SWAT team, whatever the people that were there, that they were what, how do you say it?
CNN
Like, yeah,
reporters?
reporters and all that, but they still were just like, I don't know.
Yeah, like I feel like that's kind of retarded on their part. Because I mean, why arrest a harmless CNN reporter when down the block there's actual stuff going on?
Yeah.
Oh God, dude, at that very moment, our country freaking changed.
Yeah.
Besides the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the COVID's like throwing flames like on this already. Like, cause I'm pretty sure in each area where the looting starts and there's like crowds and protests, like the
Oh, God.
infection rate's gonna spike.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, it's just like the division. Like the virus comes in and then boom, we get mass like crowds.
Every
oh yeah,
city just turns into a war zone. But like
Exactly.
Fredonia and Dunkirk, we're safe.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, nobody cares about us.
Honestly,
well,
dude.
maybe in Dunkirk.
I was gonna say that, like, I hear people talk
Well,
about
that's just
Dunkirk.
us being sheltered Fredonian people
No,
thinking that Dunkirk's
What did you
bad.
say?
I was just basically agreeing with him. I was just saying that, like, yeah, Dunkirk, I've heard in the mouths of people from like Buffalo and stuff like that, but never really Fredonia.
And want to know something crazy? Because of the college here, Dunkirk, like Fredonia actually has more crime than Dunkirk. Like everybody like thinks bad about Dunkirk, but because of the college, we are worse.
That's weird.
Like, yeah, I guess you think about that.
Because like
Yeah.
we make up so much stigma about DK. Like they got the DK bandits and like they're just a bunch of Ricans and all that. But man, for just the fact that we have a college makes us worse in a way.
Yeah.
But dang.
And they're the type of people, like, from my experiences, that they're actually respectful people. It's just that when shit comes their way, then they get all like, oh, you know, I'm gonna whoop your ass and
And
all
I,
that.
and I mean, the big thing about it is family. Like in Fredonia, I guess we don't hold as much as a value of family, but I guess areas that, well, as much as Dunkirk. Like,
Poochies, Gullos,
Well-
Schaefers.
if you talk bad about one of them, you're not gonna get beat up by the other ones. In Dunkirk, if you talk bad about somebody's brother, like there have been multiple fights started by
Okay.
talking shit about each other's
Yeah.
family.
Speaking of which, man, like imagine Fredonia like getting into like an apocalypse type situation.
Like a post-apocalyptic Fredonia.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
Well,
There's
where,
a-
where would you go first? Would you like stay in your house or would you like go to Walmart or something?
I'll probably go to Walmart or no, not necessarily Walmart, like a smaller store, because I feel like everybody would go there and it'd just be
Yeah.
like a battle royale sort of their type.
Like Aldi's maybe somehow.
Yeah.
I was
Aldi's?
thinking Aldi's too.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these are like some gas station.
Well, damn, if we're all thinking Aldi's though, there's got to be like 80 other fucking people there.
Oh God. No, but
Yeah.
I mean the thing with Aldi's though is like it's a line.
Yeah.
Like you like go, it's like a snake line and then you just go
Yeah.
out. So it's like everybody has to go one way.
Yeah.
So like by the time you probably get there, it's probably like everything's gonna be looted. I don't know.
Probably. And honestly, we don't really have that much, I guess, good stuff to steal other than food in Fredonia.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what else are you gonna steal though? Like, oh yeah,
I mean, maybe downtown.
like the hardware stores. I don't know.
I don't know. Like antiques. No, who loots antiques?
Who's gonna loot an antique?
Shit, man. Oh, look at all these freaking
Yo, did
necklaces
you hear
and
about the
shit.
you hear about the riots? Let's steal that 1700s vase, dude.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I feel like if you're going value-wise, you might be able to like steal thousands of dollars worth of stuff in like one truckload.
But in an apocalypse,
Oh
who's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
care
that's
about
not
a
gonna
vase?
matter.
Yeah.
And I guess if it's like a no tomorrow zombie apocalypse type stuff, you loot and then you just head off into the forest.
Well, think. Okay, let's say The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like humanity's gonna go on, but like, I don't know.
It's gonna be in underground bunkers
Yeah,
for the next 100 years.
yeah,
And like the rest of the people out there, it's like, and you might live, but you'll probably die.
yeah.
And I feel like Fredonia would be relatively safe because I mean, like this is more of a rural area, and there's like a bunch of people with like guns. So like, I feel like in a zombie apocalypse, it would be able to defend itself relatively well.
Yeah, I mean, not in comparison to places like I don't know Westfield, where it's like in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Yeah.
But I use that term a lot.
But no,
Well,
it's okay.
it's a common term because I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of this place is buttfuck nowhere.
I'd say Brockton more than anything.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I feel like Brockton's almost more well known because of how trash it is. Like,
Yeah, like it's well, no, that's like on the way to Westfield. Like you have to
Yeah.
go through Brockton to get to Westfield.
Yeah.
So it's like obscurity wise, it's like Fredonia, less obscured, like Brockton, and then you get to Westfield.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brockton, there's like freaking 100 feet of space of Brockton, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm done with
Like
this.
literally,
Yeah.
like if you're texting on your phone, like you could look at your phone and then you look up and you've missed Brockton. Like,
Yeah,
it just goes by in
exactly.
a blink of an eye.
Because it's that little, like, it has the sign, there's like the things that come
Yeah.
down with the lights, you drive through that, you're done,
Honestly, it's just a four-way intersection with like.
yeah.
I mean, the school is nicer than ours though.
Really? I heard the school is.
Well, it's small, but like inside of it, it looks like a fancy school from like the 50s or the 60s. Like
Alright.
it's well kept.
So,
really
so it's small, but the actual
Yeah,
quality of
it's
everything.
small but high quality.
Yeah.
Whereas our school just kind of looks like a military hospital or like some insane asylum in the halls, and it's kind of like just a maze.
God, it is creepy when the lights go off, like in some of the hallways.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Honestly, I like the way that our school was like organized because like
Yeah,
high
like
school was
each
in high
section.
school. Yeah, I didn't have to. You didn't have to like mingle around with any like
Yeah.
dumbass middle schoolers or anything.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Man,
Fuck
people
it
are
up.
like, oh yeah, elementary school is heaven, middle school is pretty good, high school is hell. Whoever told you that's a fucking idiot, in my
Yeah.
opinion. It was the complete opposite for me. Well, I mean, elementary school was alright, middle school was shit, and then freaking high school was good. I mean, every year was
Honestly,
alright.
like none of them were that bad. I would say like elementary school, like you basically got everything spoon fed and you didn't really have to do anything.
Yeah, and it was
So that's
easy to
just
make
like
friends too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like just a stress-free like 8-year play date session, I guess. And then in middle school, it's basically
Shit
like
got real.
yeah, because you like actually have to do homework there, but like the homework didn't really matter,
Actually,
and like the
Cool.
teachers
Yeah.
were like nicer. So I feel like it's like the same. It's like elementary school times high school in a way. It's like well, you have like similar to the structure of high school, but I don't know. It's like as hard as elementary school, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, none of them were bad, like, for what I was thinking at the time, but looking back, I'm like, you know what? Like, who I was then, like, I much prefer who I am now, where I'm at
Yeah.
now. So that's why I say it's bad. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I guess when I was in the moment, it wasn't bad, so yeah.
Yeah.
no, in
And
the
like the
moment-
actual experience of it wasn't
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, like in that particular moment, I think I was like, I loved middle school more just because I had a set group of friends and we
Yeah.
could just go down to Lambert and don't have to worry about like technology or parties or anything. Just like just hang out.
No, yeah, you're right.
Like in high school, it's like the social aspect is so evolved.
Yeah.
I don't think I caught up to it, but like in middle school, it was very just you had at least a couple of friends,
Yeah, yeah,
and you
friend
didn't have to worry about drugs or alcohol or any of that, unless you were like
One of those people.
yeah. But if not, you just had to worry about hanging out, talking about
See,
stuff.
yeah, like,
Yeah,
I had the same. Like for most of middle school, I had the same game club group of like 6 friends, and then like kind of just switched it up going into 8th grade year in the beginning of high school. Like it's just simpler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why like I like to, and I like that kind of thing. I like having just like a group of friends. I still don't even really have that. Like I have you guys, I have like a couple others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, no, I definitely appreciate that type more. Like I remember like our kind of group, whatever.
Boys.
Yeah, it was just like when that kind of dispersed because of the
Well, the
pandemic
quarantine,
and
yeah.
and all that. So I was just kind of like, things are good now. I still see some of my friends, but it's just like, yeah, I like having that. You know, just like you said, going to Lambert. You know what I mean? Because my grandma used to live up there, so I used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
But you know, or not my grandma, Nana, but it's technically grandma. But I don't like saying great grandma though, so I just say Nana.
Is there like a stigma we don't know about?
I don't know. It's like it's an Italian thing. It's like I'm an uncle to like my cousin's child, but you're not. That's not really considered being an uncle in
Yeah.
normal families. But
Yeah.
because I'm technically like an uncle. Even if I was a family friend, I'd be an uncle technically. I don't know if other families do that. My dad just tells me like Italian families do that.
I mean, I'm not Italian, so I
Yeah.
can't judge.
Yeah, but I just didn't. I don't know if
Cool,
other
isn't
like
that
other
part?
families do that, but I guess it's just like that type of thing.
I don't know, we're just like second cousin twice removed, and they try and be all scientific about it.
I don't get that. I really honestly don't get cousin stuff. Like, because there's first, second, third, and then there's the removed part. I don't get that.
Yeah, it's just too complicated for me.
I just say they're my cousins. I don't say oh my second.
Well, I'm just
third
like,
cousin.
okay, second cousin's there.
Yeah, well, okay, because with my family, it's weird because my parents had us at a very old age. So, and my dad was like one of the younger people in his family. So, like, by the time I was born, his what's it called?
Siblings?
His siblings had like grandkids. So like they're technically my cousins. I don't get it though. Like technically, I have a cousin who I call an aunt, but she's a principal of a school, so technically I have a cousin who's a principal.
Nice.
That's just
And
weird.
like I kind of get that because I guess I have step cousins, and
oh
like
yeah, that whole stuff.
yeah. And when I was little, like he was like graduating high school, and now he's like an officer. Or no, I think his wife works at like West Point or something.
Oof. I can't imagine it right now.
Yeah.
I never understand. I don't know why. Like maybe it's just like it's right in front of my face, but I don't understand. But like how my one big older brother, not my brother Dylan, my older brother, like we have different moms, but like we have the same dad. But he's like my mom is his stepmom, but it's like we're still brothers. Like we're still actual brothers, not like half. Are we like half brothers?
Wait, isn't
Or is
it
that
just
Well,
mother and mother?
I feel like that's half brother.
That's half brother.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know half of anything either.
It's like we have different moms, but the same dad. Because my dad, you know, every freaking woman on the block. So you know, he was having this kid
Legend.
here, these kids here. So he's just like, yeah.
Okay, so like I'm pretty sure because I mean I think your mom would then like legally be their mom once your parents got married. So I guess
That would be step, right?
yeah. So your mom is his stepmom, but like because I guess you guys share a dad, then you guys would still be brothers, not stepbrothers in a way.
Or half brothers or anything.
Yeah.
It would just be. All
Would
right.
that be half brother?
I think it's half brothers, but not stepbrothers.
God, half brothers sounds like the right term, but
Yeah.
I'm told we're just actual brothers. But I'm just like,
I mean,
No.
it still has brother in it. You just gotta leave off the half bit.
yeah.
God, family shit's so complicated.
it's that, but you just gotta cut the first part off, dude. You know what I mean?
Dude, I can't imagine being like one of those NBA players who has like 17 different kids spread across 10 women. Like
Honestly.
that's
On each coast of the U.S.
exactly like you gotta Christmas in like Denver. You gotta go to LA, then you gotta go to Richmond.
Man, Fucking-
Ah,
I gotta watch the
Well, I'm
last.
pretty
Dance.
sure if you have like 17 kids, like, and you don't care enough to stick around one, you're just not gonna go to Christmas there and be like, okay, here's $50,000 when you turn 18. Good luck, son.
dude.
Oh god. What if they're all successful basketball players though, and they're just like.
I mean, would you be a deadbeat dad though and come back?
I don't know.
Well, maybe you could just like invite him to your mansion for like a dinner.
Dude, that'd be so like removed from sincerity. Like he's your freaking son, and he's like really good at basketball, about to be in the NBA, and he's just like, wanna come over see how rich I got off
Yeah,
this shit.
dude,
Yeah.
for real.
Wanna see how good I was
Yo, that
compared to
reminds me.
you fucking shithead?
Think about it. If there's 17 kids, that's like freaking 9 on 9 right there. And everybody's just like, who are these people? Oh, these are all my sons.
Oh, including the dad. Okay.
yeah, these are all my sons. We have dude, I don't even.
Dude, that'd be epic.
Dude, you did more math than I did. I was just estimating. I forgot about the dad being there too. But
Yo,
yeah.
that kind of reminds me. I wonder what people with secret other families are doing over this quarantine. Like, do you just have to like pick one, or like say you got stranded with another one? Like, what would you tell your real family?
Honestly, I would just, if I were in that situation, I would just pick one.
Yeah.
It'd be favoritism, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Think of like how bad you'd feel if that one family like you abandoned and like died or something from like the virus.
But like
Or,
sometimes I feel like you
was
gotta
evicted.
have. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta abandon people once in a while. You gotta shoot them in the back of the
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have
Oh.
like the courage to have like two families at once and like
The
that's
courage.
pretty well that's pretty scummy. Like you have to have like some backbone to do
I mean, you're
that.
talking about it though, like it's a decision. Like, you know what? Here's my life goal.
Deciding, yeah.
I'm gonna fuck this girl. I'm going to fuck another girl just to have another kid. And I'm gonna be proud of
To
that.
have two families.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be proud of that. I'm not gonna be a deadbeat dad because I'm gonna own up to it and I'm gonna go to both of their recitals.
Dude, honestly, you just changed my mind. Like that's not scummy. Like if you do it right, then you're like a super dad. Like
But
times two.
Super dad.
It's like the opposite of a deadbeat dad. You're like an upbeat dad.
What if those girls decides like they don't like the cock no more and then they become lesbians and they marry
Dude,
each
or
other?
what? Or what? Like if you never told them, and then like
Honestly,
your kids
dude.
from two other secret families start dating each other.
I mean, that's
Oh,
what happens with
no.
That's
Dude,
what
that-
happens with cousins a lot. Which is weird. to
He's
say.
like, yeah, it just happens sometimes.
I mean,
No,
like
that's-
I've heard a bunch of stories about that shit happening in Dunkirk.
Yeah, same here.
Think about it. In unison, they're both like, oh, this is my ex-husband. Both women. You're just like, What the fuck? The kids,
It's like a
you're just
spasm
this is
over.
awkward. I know. Fuck.
Just have a spasm over freaking mothers or
Your
something.
mother's deed.
What did you say? Mother's deep.
Mother's deed. I'm saying deed.
Oh,
They need.
mother's deep.
Okay, remember,
Yeah,
I
just
was
speaking silly.
This is kind of random, but I was thinking the other night. I'm just being silly brain. But I was thinking the other night when you showed me freaking Mean Creek or whatever, and yeah, and then,
Oh, yeah.
and he's like, George, you're out of line. He's like, shut the fuck up, Clyde. Like every other person just kept going, you're out of line. Like people just kept going in order, and he was just like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, it was funny.
Dude, I love. Oh my god.
Just out of nowhere, you're like, dude, Matt, watch this. It was a summer practice at cross country. It was just the three of us. I'm like, okay.
Dude, if any of y'all don't know what that is, if you can remember Josh Peck from Drake and Josh, when he was fat and he was a little kid, he was on this movie called Mean Creeks, where he was like a boo and just dump him in
They
the
planned
river.
to take him out.
Yeah, and then he found out, the kids were like starting to like get him and become friends with him, but then he found out, and then he just like, shut the fuck up, Clyde.
Yeah, it just went off.
I don't care about how you freaking
Faggoty fairy fathers and how their assholes work. It makes me sick. Oh god. Fucking hell. That was good.
Dude,
Oh god.
that's the thing about. I love when a person who's typecast just gets a completely different role.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's,
so
it's weird hearing him swear. I'm just like, dude, I'm so used to like, you know.
Yeah.
That's like Jim from The Office whenever he gets like a serious role.
Oh, and you got like Jack Reacher, or
Yeah, or in A Quiet Place.
no Jack Ryan, but
Yeah, Jack
Quiet
Ryan's
Place, too.
Quiet Place.
It was the opposite for me because I hadn't seen him in The Office until I watched those movies. So it was,
respect.
but you want to know what character it is for me? Is freaking the guy who plays as Kenny from We're the Millers. Dude, you know what I'm talking about? He's like,
You talked about it on the Maze
yeah.
Runner.
Oh my god, he is the derpiest freaking kid. But when he gets serious roles like the Maze Runner, like, dude, he tries to
doesn't have
act
the
all
face.
tough. I'm just like, you're not serious actor. You're not tough. Stick to
Yeah.
fucking Jason Sudeikis.
Well,
We're the Millers.
See, I don't think they're going for a tough role. They just want to get. They're just trying to get a guy who wanted to punch in the face. And
Yeah.
like, I kind of didn't want to punch him in the face after seeing.
Now that you
Maze
put it
Runner.
that way, that makes more sense. But
But if you want a character you want to punch in the face, he should be at least somewhat intimidating. Not freaking. Oh, there's a scorpion in my.
Oh, he bit my balls. He bit my balls. He's like, David. I'm just like, dude. I want to punch myself in the face. I just want.
Video those like YA adaptations did stuff though, like Maze Runner, Hunger Games. I didn't like Hunger Games. Divergent, like those all sucked.
Yeah, I think Divergent sucked, but like
Yeah.
the Hunger Games was at least like the later movies.
But I can't. You know, what's the
Like
the old
Catching
dude's
Fire
name?
ones I thought were good. Hey Mitch?
Yeah, who played Hamish?
Oh,
Was that
Eddie
Woody
Harrelson.
Allen?
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Eddie
yeah.
Harrelson. Yeah,
Eddie-
Woody Harrelson.
But I couldn't take that seriously. I couldn't take Woody Harrelson seriously as like a. Oh man, you're just a little shithead.
Yeah, because he's in Zombieland, like that is the last Twinkie that anyone will ever enjoy in the universe, and he's just
Woody
going
Harrelson's
freaking.
done so much, but I can only go back to Zombieland.
Yeah, honestly, same thing. Yeah, I mean Jesse Eisenberg is different because even when he was in like Batman versus Superman, he wasn't like the serious badass. He was more of like the weird, like
Yeah, he was
Like-
trying to play like the Joker,
yeah,
which was weird, but I kind of dug it.
yeah. It worked better than him trying to be like some macho dude or whatever. Because
Yeah.
he's just like,
Like yo, I honestly like I respect Jesse Eisenberg because he has an acting type, and because like Social Network, Zombieland, Lex Luthor from
Batman, yeah, like
Yeah.
Superman, whatever.
But like, yeah, that's a type. Like, it's kind of a little fucked up.
Yeah,
Like, relatively kind of quiet, but
Yeah.
just weird when he needs to be weird.
No,
I like that. And like, all right, another example, Mel Gibson. He's done some shit in the past, but you can't just Braveheart. You see him in Braveheart.
yeah,
that dude
Brave,
is,
yeah,
that dude's a legend.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
wasn't he also in Mad Max, like the original ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, oh sorry. I was
No,
just
go
gonna say that Sam L. Jackson, and not so much Denzel Washington, but him and Sam L. Jackson were in so many fucking classics that like I didn't even
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. I mean
Samuel
think
Jackson's still in stuff today.
yeah, think
Yeah.
about it. All the Marvel movies, Goodfellas, Pulp Fiction, like, and had some iconic moments in those movies.
Every Tarantino movie.
Yeah, dude, like
Yeah.
fucking everything.
He's. I don't know.
And as Mace Windu too.
Dude, I keep forgetting about fucking Mace Windu. Correct me on that. I was like,
It's
Fuck.
oh man, it's just
Oh my
weird to
God.
think that you got all these different alien Jedi's, and then you got Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh,
What-
God.
Well, see, I feel like it was just building up to. I feel like that was just building up to his moment where it's like he's too dangerous to be kept alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 3 movies just waiting for that moment.
Episode 3. That's just part of the glory of it.
You got
Yeah.
honestly, dude.
Like, I feel like it was as good as the 2 prequel movies. No, it's twice as good as the 2 prequel movies before it combined. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
all the prequels were just building up to that. And I would say, at least I liked it a good bit. I know, like, all the Gen Z people and the boomers are like, no, that movie sucks.
Yeah, we're in
Fire
the
Strikes
pocket
Back
where
was
we love
good.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Because
That, like, came out when we were little, I guess.
I'll be totally honest. Like, well, yeah. Like I first watched it on DVD.
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah,
my
so did
basement
I.
3 years afterwards. But still, like that moment when it's Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting, and then
Yeah.
Duel of the Fates pops into the last song, and
Oh,
then
man.
and then there's that one part where they're just like they don't even swing at each other. They just take each other's like fists.
Yeah, and they're just like
lava
wrestling.
Yeah.
explodes.
God.
Like,
It was so over the top. That's what made it great.
That is like you couldn't do that in the prequels. You couldn't even do that, or you couldn't do that in the originals. You
Yeah.
couldn't even do that in the
Like, they didn't have the technology to physically do it
yeah.
without
And
it looking like retarded.
you can't even do that in the Disney ones. I feel
Yeah.
like because like those ones try and take themselves seriously, whereas George
Mm-hmm.
Lucas was like, we're gonna put you literally next to lava.
Yeah.
You're not gonna feel it, but like
I
you're
guess the
gonna
little
be
purple heat shield thing's protecting them.
yeah.
but that
But,
still
well,
has
then
an
that turns
extent.
off.
What?
But then that turns off, and they have to climb that
Yeah.
like crumbling.
They have like the
swinging on the
lava
rope and they're
rain.
Yeah, and literally lava is like 10 or 15 feet below them. Not even a scratch on their legs.
Yeah.
God, I love. No, that's the thing about movies. I love when they, like some people like they love realism, but I love when things go over the top.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well, it's more entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Just have
Like
to get divorced from reality.
you just you can turn your head off for a minute and just watch Shia LaBeouf be a stupid person in front of Megan Fox and Optimus Prime.
Honestly,
Yeah.
bro.
That's perfect. And even the older Transformers, like the one with freaking Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, the Age of Extinction. Or
Yeah.
what the fuck it is.
I did not take that seriously for a minute. Like I didn't like Mark Wahlberg in those, but I was interested.
Yeah.
Like, it was just fun to watch.
How important? Because you mentioned music for Star Wars. How important is like soundtrack for you guys? Because to me, it's very important. Like if you have a good soundtrack, like that could not make or break a movie, but you could go from good to like amazing. In
Yeah.
my opinion. Like so
I
how
would
does that
say
feel?
like soundtrack can't hurt a movie, but it's what helps it.
Oh,
in a
yeah.
way.
I mean, I don't think you can put like AC/DC in front of like. Well, no. Okay, perfect
Well,
example. You know the
As long
Ooh,
as you
What
don't
You
do
Say.
like stupid stuff. What?
You know the Ooh, What You Say. Like
Yeah.
that originated from like a soap opera where the guy was. It was like a serious moment where these two guys were fighting over this one girl, and then the dude grabs a gun. Or no, the girl sees a gun and shoots one of the guys. And instead of it being like a violin thing, like really emotional, it's ooh, what you say.
that's really bad. Like that to me,
that can ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That I guess can ruin it, but like anybody with some common sense could do it. Like I feel like if an amateur did a soundtrack, like it wouldn't kill the movie as long as they used common sense.
Yeah. Well, then you get movies like Baby Driver, where it's like the soundtrack is integrated into the movie literally,
Yeah.
and like it kind of depends on it. But like for a film like I don't know, like Fast and Furious, why we keep coming back to like the same 5 movies?
yeah,
man?
yeah.
But like a nonchalant movie like that, like soundtrack's not gonna kill it.
Yeah. Well, I would say you're not really like watching Fast and Furious for the soundtrack or the plot. You're just kind of watching it for the action.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Although a thing like Beauty and the Beast, like Disney princess movies, they kind of need a good
Oh yeah.
soundtrack.
Well, they already did it like classically with the soundtrack, so like it's kind of expected.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm not talking about the remakes. I'm just talking about like the original, like Snow
Yeah.
White or whatever, and all that jazz.
Well, that's back then before they had like acting stuff and to like convey the emotion. They had like an orchestra going or some stuff.
Yeah. Dude, I would love. I would love to be like a conductor for like a philharmonic. You're just in front of like 70 people.
You're just-
controlling what they do.
You're just waving your hands like this, like back and forth. You're just
Yeah.
going nuts.
And the
dude.
musicians know what to do, so you're literally just like,
You're just there for the show.
yeah. I mean, you gotta know your shit to get in, but after that, you can just
yeah.
eat Doritos on the stage.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck. Yeah, nobody gives a
Well,
fuck.
I
dude.
mean, maybe you could like make some minor adjustment, like you wave your wand to like turn the volume up on like the
Ooh.
players.
What if you could do that? It just turns into like you got a like
Yeah,
a
like,
stereo
well-
system in front of you, and you're just like with the wand, you have to control it. So you have to like push a button.
God,
That'd
man.
be weird.
I don't know. I was thinking
It has
about
like a
it.
gyroscope in it.
Dude, I was thinking about it. I'm just like, man, think about it. Their whole job that night just consists of that. Like just moving your hands like that. And that's why I was thinking of like for sports, I was thinking of, it was Dyrese one time. It was during track like a year ago. He goes, think about it. Like this sport for me literally lasts seconds. Like it
Yeah.
lasts like 11, 12 seconds. And it's like, I go home and shit. Like I'm done. I mean, just imagine, not just for sports, for anything. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Hey, you're just working up for a moment of perfection.
Yeah, which that's scary for me to think that like, cause I'm a person that doesn't necessarily like performing in the moment. Like I like more background stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's still crazy to think like for performers they have to like, again for a person like a Philharmonic they have to not train but like they have to like practice with that band for like 2 or 3 weeks to play like an arrangement of 15, 20 different songs
Yeah, exactly.
for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then before that they have to like go through music college and all that.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like nowadays they record everything, so what they did for 2 hours is going to be played for thousands of hours across like countless radios and
That's true.
broadcasted live, and then also everybody in the audience has time.
Well, how about like an opera then? Like nobody's gonna like listen to that on a
Yeah.
radio. I mean, you can. But,
I mean, you underestimate old people there.
oh,
Like, yeah, like in the nursing homes and shit, like where they just sit in their chair all day with the radio on.
they're just listening to Flight of the Valkyrie like 17 different times.
I mean, it's not like they could remember that. Like that it's the 20th time today they've listened to that.
No, just slightly switch gears. Just going from 5th to 6th. You know? No,
Yeah.
that's too. Just going to 3rd to 4th. You know? Like when we're like maybe when we're like 70, 80, I think we're gonna be like, that's gonna be weird.
I feel like we're gonna be like
Just in terms of,
gaming
like,
a
music
lot
tip. Yeah.
in a way,
Oh.
but
Like yeah, in video games and music and TV, like I'm gonna be. I mean I watch and listen to like old stuff now, but like just imagine as an old person listening to like Kanye West, like that's gonna be, just
I can
like
see that.
imagine your grandpa listening to Kanye West right now.
I don't know. You ever?
Yeah.
I don't know if he listens to Kanye West. You ever follow the Instagram page Honda Deal for Vets?
No.
He's like a huge pothead, and he starts his video by, "Hey, yo, what's cracking? What's motherfucking cracking?" He just smokes joints, and he says, he always says, "Fuck SeaWorld." I don't know what that has to mean, but he always talks about drinking water. He's like, "Don't trust these dehydrated thoughts." You know, usually throw him a curveball. Say, "Hey, what'd you drink today?" "Oh, I had a soda." "Nah, fuck that bitch." So I'm just like, all right, fuck it. But I don't know. I mean, he might listen to that.
Are you saying that's your grandpa?
No, I wish. I fucking wish. You kidding me? I fucking wish.
wait, but like, how old is he?
He's a Vietnam vet. He's like 70 some, dude. He's like 80.
Well,
some.
I feel like there's like different personalities. Like some people are set in their ways, and other people are open to new things. Like I feel like when I'm old, I would probably be listening to the stuff in like 2050s or the 60s, so like maybe 10 years before the present, but still relatively relevant in a way. And I feel like the change that we're gonna see in our lifetimes is like 10 times or 5 times probably the amount that the people, like I guess this generation, like the boomers saw.
That's true.
Cause like, I guess what they saw is they went from like church, family, and Christian values to like the current day where like
It's
stuff's,
all muddled.
yeah. And like, if you look at that compared to like history before, but the change in the past 10 years, like culturally wise with like the phone
huge.
generation, like that's probably been as much cultural change as like the 70s up to the 2000s,
That's weird.
like with the grunge era even included.
Yeah, man.
And like I feel like we're gonna see at least 10 times that in our lives.
That'll be so weird.
Grunge era sounds lit, bro. I don't care what people say. I love grunge music.
Yeah, so do
honestly.
I.
What's define grunge music for me, please?
It's like
It's
the-
like the all. I guess you. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, it's like the very angsty, like it's like the teenage angst, like we don't give a fuck about anything. We're
Yeah.
gonna fuck shit up. Long hair, like Nirvana, Alice in Chains, like Pearl
Okay.
Jam, Stone Temple. Like there
Like
really
wearing
wasn't. Yeah.
leather jackets in a way. So it's like I guess that alternative scene, and that's like before rap took over.
Yeah,
You're
man.
saying, and it was just like either that or hip hop or like classical stuff.
Yeah, and then you had the bands that came out during that time that we love, fucking Tool, which I'm getting back
Yeah.
into. Tool, Rage Against the Machine
I mean, they
came out. Yeah.
Yeah, made an album last season.
Yeah, completely different, like, you know, and they stood out. So I don't know. Grunge probably lasted like a few years. Kurt Cobain died, whatever, and then
Yeah,
like other
and
bands
then it started
yeah.
fading in the early 2000s, like right as we came around. Or I would say the grunge era basically died after 9/11, because that's where it went from, instead of like the police are pigs sort of counterculture being popular, like to 9/11 being like, okay, God bless America, God bless the USA, and then like it became
Oh,
more.
like more country. rap
Yeah.
and all that.
And like I guess people weren't as mad at the government anymore,
Yeah, and it's
and they're more mad at like terrorists overseeing stuff.
nah, that's weird. And you know what's funny? Like I always thought it ended like much earlier. I shouldn't say ended, but it was dying down earlier
Oh,
than
yeah.
that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd say like I can see that. And you know you know the group like NWA and all that, like Straight Outta Compton, like they came out in like '88. It said they started they pioneered like that kind of rap and they made a movement, but did they really? Because a couple years later, grunge became popular. So then like nobody gave a fuck
Well,
about
I
it.
feel like that they planted the seeds, and like
Yeah.
once grunge came down there, kind of in the background, like festering, and then like more and more rappers became, and like it slowly rose in popularity. Because like early 2000s, we would say like hip hop and like more boy bands, I guess pop, rock sort of stuff was popular in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And then it was really in like 2013 and when we were in middle school when rap and like that type of
Mumble
stuff became mainstream, where like I guess rappers with the name Lil in it would get the top 20 and the top 100.
What do you think? And I saw a comment on something. What do you think about how like there's these rappers that make pretty good music, like they're popular, but then when they die, like people are like, oh, they're fucking legends, like with Juice WRLD and all that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
do you think they really hit legend status, like just because they're,
Well,
you know what
yes.
I mean? Well, they made good music, but then it's just because they died at a young age and all that. People are like, oh, they're fucking legends, but are they really?
I mean, this
And-
is go ahead.
I would say they're legends for like a month, and then people forget about them, sort of like.
XXS is still putting out music.
Well, XX, like that's because they still have stuff from him,
Yeah.
but that's because he died like how long, like a year or two ago.
Yeah. Well, and same with Juice WRLD. He's got like, he said he had like 2,000 unreleased songs or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's like a gold mine of just
So that stuff's gonna be a slow trickle.
yeah.
But I would say in 5 to 10 years, like they'll be like, yeah, that guy was cool, but he's not gonna be like a legend. He's gonna be like the same way they remember like I guess earlier bands in the 2000s.
Yeah, like the Beatles and all that shit. They're fucking legends.
Yeah, the Beatles are legends.
Yes.
Yeah.
AC/DC, like they're legends.
Black Sabbath started heavy metal. They're fucking legends. Like you can't put.
Well, I wouldn't say Black Sabbath as much like compared to AC/DC. I would say like in that
Aerosmith,
range,
Kiss, all that.
it's Aerosmith, the Beatles, Elvis. Elvis was a legend. AC/DC.
And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna put a little caveat on that. I don't think you can put rap in like the same category as other music.
Yeah.
I think rap's its own thing. So like,
Definitely.
but still, even
And
the
I mean,
legend. Yeah.
we can't look back at it because rap has only been around for 30 years,
Like,
and it's
yeah,
only been
I-
popular in the past 10.
but like
Like
guys
mainstream
like
past
Curtis
10.
Blow, Run DMC,
Yeah,
NWA,
Beastie
Nas.
Boys. Although they're not like gangster rap.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Beastie
But
Boys.
But I would say like NWA is reaching legend status.
Yeah.
And that's weird. Because, like, honestly, when I think of Dr. Dre, I think of his individual career. I don't
Yeah.
think of NWA.
Yeah.
Yeah, who I never knew Ice Cube, MC Ren. I think people still don't really know who that is unless it's NWA. Freaking
Who's the squeal guy?
Easy.
Easy E, yeah.
Yeah.
People only knew him because I think
Walking-
his name just
cruising down the
reemerged.
street. I don't know. He has that one song, "Cruising down the street in my 6'4". Yeah, it's just
Slapping the bitches.
Yeah, I know it probably does sound weird that they reach legend status only because they've been around for like 5 seconds. They made like 2 albums,
Yeah.
and then they all dipped and they broke up. So,
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, it's just like even for rap though, it's like yeah, like you said, all those guys, Eminem and all that. I mean,
And
yeah,
I would say for like the legend status thing, like it's greatly like I guess it's like the effect of what people think about them. It's like because it's like a cultural thing. It's like
Yeah.
yo, this person died. Everybody feel respectful so they could gain attention. So it's like they're using
Yeah.
their death and like their support of them for like their own thing in a way.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
The day that Juice World died, so there's this app that you can like for the lunch hall at my school,
Yeah.
you could like pay $1 to play a song
yeah,
and just non-stop everyone was playing Juice World like on the day that he died, and I was just trying to eat my dinner. Like
yeah.
I'm not trying to listen to like a dude who just died to
Yeah.
like be like I don't know.
I mean, you had like 3 songs that I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's Notorious and then there's Legends. Like to me, like they kind of go hand in hand, but like Legends is more like.
Well, I would
you
say
know,
the legend status needs like 30 years to set in.
Yeah, you need a lot. Like I mean, think about it. Like what's the one dude's name who like he
Well,
did
I
a
mean-
movement in Africa and all that, and like he went to prison for like decades or
Mandela?
whatever.
Mandela.
Mandela, Nelson Mandela. I forgot the name. I
Mandela
kept.
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nelson Mandela. Like he's a like as a.
As a human.
He's a fucking Martin Luther King. That's an even better example. He's a
Yeah,
fucking
Gandhi.
legend. Yeah, Gandhi. They're fucking legends. Like for like that type
Well,
of thing.
I feel like they're legends because they had noticeable impact
Yeah.
on the world and like progressive human rights out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's what you
And
need.
like, I guess what makes you a legend is having like a noticeable impact. Like Elvis ushered in rock. Like
Yeah.
he turned it from like who's that dog in the window type country classical bullshit stuff into actual rock.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
then like AC/DC further elaborated on that with like hard rock, and then that ushered in the era for like Black Sabbath, and then later Beastie Boys, and then NWA from that, and also at the same time blues was also going alongside that,
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
like with famous blues people.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing because I was thinking, like my favorite rapper of all time is Nas. Like Illmatic is the best album ever in my mind.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have Nas without NWA probably.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what separates it, maybe.
And I guess we could like equate this to like a ball rolling. Like Elvis started to get the ball rolling, and they're just people that got it going. Like right now, I would say it's going pretty fast right now.
Okay, this is weird, but like honestly, 20 years from now, you think One Direction's gonna be legends?
I feel like
It's like,
that no, they're not gonna be legends. This could be like the '80s one-hit wonders. Like, but when they pop on the radio from the
Like
old
George
stuff, their
Michael?
parents are like, "Oh, I remember the song. That guy was so cute." But that's gonna be them. But like, they're just
Well,
gonna be a
eventually.
bunch of 40-year-old moms reminiscing on One Direction. But like, only like 2 of their songs are ever gonna get played like on the radio,
yeah.
Yeah.
and those are gonna be like from throwback stations.
Yeah, it's like those artists are the type of artists that their legacies are tainted because a lot of them don't make their own music. And like, you know, I mean,
Well, they're more of a show band, not an album band.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. So I
There's
mean like,
bands that go out and play everywhere, and there's bands that
Well, like,
make
you
albums.
And you can't deny that once we're old, Justin Bieber is gonna be quote unquote a legend. Like he had a lot of impact on music.
Oh, yeah.
He was
From
supposed
the
to be the
pop.
next Michael Jackson. And like it's
Well, he was too decisive in a way. Like I would say most guys were annoyed by the shit that he made.
okay. That was the baby era though.
Yeah,
Like oh, that's
Michael
weird.
Jackson-
and
got
and
some
I,
good
I
music,
feel like that has tainted him in like our generation to say, at least for guys. So I don't know how girls feel about him.
It's just for me, it was just a matter of looking past the stigma of baby. It's like after that, when
Yeah, because he did some later good stuff.
his later
That's
stuff,
respectable.
not his recent album, but his later stuff, like Chance and all that, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Michael Jackson had some good shit.
yeah, I think, yeah. And then the legend status thing, I feel like it's like Michael Jordan. Like every LeBron James, Kobe, all these players, like that's the player that they're compared to. Like when they get great, they're like, okay, he'll be the next, he'll be the
next
next Michael Jordan, the next Michael Jackson. That already submits their legend right there when they're being compared to every great athlete or every great musician that comes out. So now, when you guys said that, that definitely, like,
I'd
that's got to
say
be.
like it's like a diminishing effect because it's like
Yeah.
Elvis, and then like each legend after that one will not be as legendary unless they make as big of an impact.
Yeah.
But at the
That's
rate
hard
that
nowadays.
things are going, like there's exponentially more people that could get to legend status because of population growth and like cultural advancement as a world. So
That's-
like the legend status, I guess if you get legend status nowadays, it might not mean something as it was back then 40 years ago, like where there'd be like one legend every 10 years, and now it's like one legend every 6 months.
Yeah,
Per se.
man. No, I mean, I could agree with that.
I mean, the thing with that though, like you said how the world is like revolutionizing and we're evolving more quickly.
Yeah, it's like exponential growth.
That I think that can correlate to a legend becoming a legend more quickly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
cause Elvis, it took him like, I guess the notoriety of him within 10 years.
But
and
then
then, like-
nowadays we got
Yeah,
XX and Juice WRLD dying and then immediately becoming quote unquote legends.
yeah.
Maybe
so
not
it's
in
like
our book, but
3 legends in like the past year.
yeah.
And I guess like also like it's more of a fractured of like what I guess there is more music to be listened to. Like there's a greater variety now. So in each one there's like legends in it. So like maybe for like alternative, like ARJ is a legend, and then like in the rap game like XXX and those were
Well,
legends.
I mean, there might be a difference there though, because like you can definitively say that like Michael Jackson, Aerosmith,
AC/DC.
yeah, they're all legends because they revolutionized the type of music that was popular at their time.
Mm-hmm.
Because like rock was popular in the '80s,
Yeah.
and they revolutionized it. Like with rap, I think Kanye and Jay-Z revolutionized it right as it was getting really popular. So they're legends.
Yeah.
And like nowadays, it is
And like it keeps on getting revolutionized more per se.
yeah. So the effect is kind of lessened, but still they could reach they could reach status.
Yeah, they could.
I don't want to think about like YNW Melly becoming a legend.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, like people just have such like they don't like to just be realistic about things. They don't like to accept the fact. It's a lot like for athletes. Like still like I go back to the whole Michael Jordan thing. Like people say, well, because it's a huge example of it. Like people
Yeah.
don't ever want to admit that LeBron or Kobe could be better players. Same thing for whether it be combat sports, whether it be football. Like nobody wants to believe that this
Yeah.
quarterback could be better than this one from back then. But athletes get better over time. Like not so much for musicians, but I guess like yeah, music changes over time. Like different genres become popular. Like you just have to accept that. Like
Yeah.
things evolve. Like you're saying.
Like
So.
the era of hard rock is practically over, and now it's like rap per se.
Yeah.
And it might not ever come back, and it might evolve into some new music moment.
That's
But
what I
that's
think.
20 years down the road.
Well,
Like that's not for us to tell.
there's this like weird subgenre of like country that's rock oriented, and like it's
I guess
really
I've
weird to
seen
think. What?
I guess I've listened to some of those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still a stigma around country, so I don't
Yeah.
know if, like, but like not Jason Isbell, like Co Wetzel and was a Bishop Gunn. There are bands that I know that are like, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago they could be rock. Like Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
It's-
Leonard Skinner.
I think I personally think of them as rock,
Yeah.
but they have, obviously you can hear the country twang and all that.
Yeah.
I feel like if there's one genre to like make rock good again, it's gonna be country,
Oh,
just because of the instrumental and all that.
yeah, I'd say that. And then also like country doesn't really overlap with rap. Like nobody listens, or I guess most people don't listen to rap in country. There are some like kids.
Well, if they do listen to it, it's for completely separate reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got the occasional heavy metal bands that people know. Like a lot of people know, like Slipknot. Like I'm surprised how many people know like what that band is,
Yeah.
and they're like heavy
Or
heavy
even
metal.
like Papa Roach and like those ones.
Even them, and they came out like early 2000s when
I mean,
like
The Offspring is still kicking around too.
yeah, dude. I mean,
Like,
Foo Fighters, dude. Like
Yeah.
they started in like late 90s, but still, like I don't know.
Bands like that though, where it's like they're 20, 30 years removed from their prime, and now they're just
Yeah, I feel like now they're just dad bands.
Good bands, pretty much.
Well, no, I was watching like a replay of an Aerosmith concert in Peru, and like they rocked so hard.
Yeah.
Like more than if I were at that venue, I think I would get more excited than any other like my favorite country artist, rap artist, pop artist, any of them. Like I'm not necessarily a fan of Aerosmith, and I could tell they were freaking amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And they're like 60.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I saw Korn and Slipknot in concert, not at the same concert, but like Korn was popular back in the day. They made the whole new metal movement with like Limp Bizkit and Papa Roach and all that. Limp Bizkit's got some catchy shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I don't care what anybody says. So like, I saw Slipknot in concert. They're all like late 40s, mid 40s, but yeah, they're all fucking going hard. I went in the mosh pit, dude. I got hit so fucking hard. I wasn't even in the pit. I was on the outskirts. I was sitting there, and like this person was talking to me like, oh yeah, fuck, I just broke my finger. But I was sitting there, and I'm literally like, this dude, this freaking, we called him Thor. He's just this big blonde ass looking dude, and he's like, so I'm like, so I got freaking knocked out. I'm just like, she's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah. So I get back in there. We're getting thrashed. Then this fat blonde dude, not the same dude, but a different dude. He walks in. Obviously, the people who are listening aren't going to see me do this, but he walks into the pit like this. He's like, and then he just gets housed. He just gets housed.
Yeah,
dude.
he was taunting them. Like you don't taunt the wolf pack.
You don't. There's these big ass freaking dudes. It's like, dude, you don't. They housed his ass. Like they fucking housed his ass. After that, he was much more respectful.
Man, that's when you know something's good in concert. When you're not even in the mosh pit and you get moshed.
Honestly, dude, it's kind of
The
scary.
motion comes to you.
It's scary though, because you're like, I want to just drink my drink and eat my chicken fingers, and then you just get fucking floored. So, dude, oh yeah, we bought $10 lawn chairs, and I was like, dude, I'm sick of standing. I might go sit for a bit. I come back, they're all burning them. There's like a whole pile. They're like, yeah. They're all chanting, like burning them, like throwing shit on there. I'm like, my lawn chairs. That was $10. But yeah, but it was a good experience. And they're Darien Lake concerts. It's not even like they're like, some huge ass stadium. That's just Darien Lake concerts, but they're good.
Okay, just one more thing I want to say, or ask. If there was a dream concert from any era you would want to like go to, what would it be?
Rage Against the Machine,
Yeah,
92, 93.
Yeah, I'm with Matt on that one.
Yeah, man.
Dang.
Right in that era.
Because that's when Alice in Chains and Tool came out, and those are my other favorite bands. So like, more of a possibility I could see them.
Like, you think they went to like some music festival all together, like some grunge something? Like they probably had to all meet up and be at the same place.
I knew,
Yeah.
actually,
At one
I
time.
know Tool and Rage were, and I know Tool and Alice in Chains went. I don't know if they all three were in the same one, but it was Red Hot Chili. Okay, no, it was. What's the place? It's
Woodstock?
Woodstock. It was
Yeah.
Woodstock '99. It had Rage, Red Hot Chili
Wait, was
Peppers.
that the one
Limp
where
Bizkit.
like they threw like a riot? 'Cause
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
It got all, dude, that's like
People freaking died. People got raped like in the bathrooms and
Yeah.
shit. They tore up the stage because Limp Bizkit was like playing their break stuff. So everybody started
Yeah.
actually breaking shit.
Well, like my dad told me about this because he played the recordings from it, and he's like, yeah, because everybody was all pissed because it got like sold out, and there's like $5 for water, and you couldn't bring any food in.
Yeah, dude.
So like they're like price gouging everybody, and like they basically sold out, so everybody was super pissed.
Dude.
And then like it was really hot, so everybody was having like kind of a shitty time. They're already on edge. She was just like, all right, everybody start a riot.
Yeah,
Everybody
dude.
break stuff.
You want to think of like a stacked, like, not how do I say
music
it?
card?
Like a stacked music card. Yeah, Metallica, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rage, Korn, and they're all like Korn's in there. They're all like not Metallica. Most of them are in their primes. Like,
Jeez,
Red
man.
Hot Chili Peppers, all of them, dude.
Yeah, like going to a rock concert. I don't think any type of other concert besides maybe like a Kanye West concert because he's so crazy.
Well, I feel like that's hard rock and metal because I feel like there's like dad rock, and then there's like hard rock.
Yeah, but like still, just going to a rock concert is probably 10 times better than going to like a Justin Bieber concert.
Oh,
As
definitely.
far as energy, yeah. If you want to
Yeah.
like get hyped, yeah.
Although maybe like a Travis Scott concert could compare
Yeah.
because they're all I don't know.
Or like, I feel like with some rap concerts, maybe you might get like a homecoming thing, like in a mosh pit per se.
Yeah, that's more of a modern thing. I think old souls like us would be
Oh yeah,
just
definitely.
so tempted to go back in that era.
Yeah, it's different. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying, yeah, I would much likely prefer that over like even school dances because those suck. Like the music choice.
Jesus.
It's like it's different kinds of energy. Like the Travis Scott thing would be like, oh yeah, we're all high right now, but we're
Yeah.
jumping around like, oh yeah, I still see shit, like all like
Yeah.
that. But then this concert's like, I'm fucking drunk, like I want to fuck some shit up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, I want to kill
it's
somebody.
just like raw emotion per se. With the other one, it's like, I don't really care. And the other one, this is like, yeah, death to capitalism. Let's go shoot George Bush, burn shit.
Yeah, dude.
Like I feel like it has more emotion. Like it might not be a more positive emotion, but it's better.
Yeah, but
Like, and I'll definitely go see that.
just sucks because like for us, we can't really mosh. Like we'd be the smallest people in the pit. Like these are some big dudes, and even if they're
Yeah.
our height, they're fucking buff, dude. Like they're all like bigger dudes. The
Dude,
corn
maybe we
one
just need to like jack up some roids, and then we could go compete.
I go compete, yeah. Dude, the corn one was just
National.
short, fat people, so they would just get under you and you get caught off balance. But this one's like big dudes, like, oh, hey, what's up, dude? And they're just like, but the fat dudes are like, you know, we're all sitting there. And Bubba's like, this is my type of mosh pit. Let's get in there. So,
Just practically fighting people.
yeah, and then they're all sitting there like, but they're just short and fat. So I'm just like,
Dude, we just gotta film you doing this, like, so the people can see this gold right here.
God, nah, you get like. No, we got bloodied up a little bit. 'Cause you get elbowed and shit. You get
Shit.
punched in the face. Like they don't try to, but it's just like
Yeah, it just
It's
happens.
so much fun.
they just run into you and they just like jam you, and then you get like somebody else is there. You get pushed into somebody, you get smacked in the face. So it happens.
Epic.
Man, that would.
Then some girls get in there. Like one girl got in there, and dude, all you saw was her just getting ragdolled back and forth out of it and back in. Like, oh my god, you ever see Ned's Declassified? Where like
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know if you remember this episode. It's not like one of the most well-known ones, but like, how are we doing? All right. So like, it's where like Ned's idol, who's like this like BMX. It's like he's like this BMX rider or something. So he's like he has a dream where he's like, oh, you want to ride with me? He's like, yeah. So he gets on the back and like he's like on there, but it's like basically they put like a how do you put it?
Harness?
They put like when he's getting ragdolled around, so they put like a
wire?
mannequin or something. Not like a mannequin, it's like a
Oh.
flimsy one. So they put something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, and you just see him getting ragdolled around. Like that's what this girl was doing.
Damn.
But she managed to probably black and blue a couple nut sacks like while she did it.
Yeah. But dude,
That would
that's
suck to go
that's the
in.
kind of energy I'd want.
Yeah.
Just not having a care in the world. Just fucking your other people up and yourself up.
Yeah.
See, like that's kind of like what I guess the message like originally behind Fight Club was gonna be, because like the guy wrote that book not as like a critique on society, but he got the shit kicked out of him on the camping trip, and then he came into work and he had like really bad bruises, and like if you're beat up bad enough, nobody will ask you what's going on, and like another thing that book explores is like being, I guess, the worst and like having more of something, even if it's like bad, is still better than just being mediocre and having nothing per se.
That's a tough, like TUFF.
Yeah.
That's tough right there.
Man, it's like, and they were very respectful people too. Like if you get knocked down, like normally like some random people just help you get back up and then you'll just go right back in. I just had to mention that. But yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. That is kind of weird. Like the more fucked up you are, the less people are like, I don't know, because they think you'll get offended or something, or to be like, oh, why is your face all fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because like, if I came into work with like two black eyes, my ear ripped off, a cast on my
Well, I feel like
left
people would be
elbow.
more interested about it.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we would be, but in like polite culture, people are taught not to ask about stuff like that. But like, I just
So
like
if I go to like a masquerade, are people not going to talk about my half cast or something?
well, not to your face, but definitely
oh,
behind your
yeah,
face.
no, okay, I got that.
Yeah, like it's more talk about like, oh, that guy is so bad over there. Wait, he's coming. Oh, hi, how's everything doing? All good? Okay, great.
No, you're right. You're right about
And
that.
I feel like that's going away largely. Like people, I guess old people saying like, "Oh, you're not being so polite," but I guess nowadays would be like, "Yo, what's up with that?" Like people aren't as afraid to do that.
Yeah, that's the way I think, but maybe.
But I'd also say at the same time, like, 'cause of phones, people just won't go up and talk to a stranger. Like, even if like they're dying to use the bathroom, and they would never for the world ask a worker at a construction site if they could use the porta potty there. Like they would rather be in pain for an hour holding their flattering, like risk peeing their pants before doing that.
And that's kind of going back to the concert thing. That's why I would love to be at a concert where it's crazy, but people like they've got respect for you. Like they'll
Yeah.
get you back up.
Like they're not gonna stab you. Like they're not there to hurt you. They're just there to have a good time.
But
Yeah.
but they can also like communicate with you in some sort of way.
Yeah.
Like they're not just completely in their own world. Like they're sharing this absolutely freaking bonkers ass world with everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're big scary dudes too. Like they'll just sit there, like he'll just slap me on the back and be like, "Dude, you're all right. Get the fuck back in there." Like if you get thrown out,
Yeah.
like they're pretty.
And that's
like,
just being a good guy.
yeah.
I would say like we're running out of people in a world like that.
Yeah.
Man, those are the type of concert. That's where those are the concerts to go to meet those kind of people. Like I'm telling you, like Slipknot fans, like there's obviously going to be toxic people in all fan bases, but like
Definitely.
those heavy metal people are some of like like from what I've seen, like the chillest, like nicest people. There's exceptions, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's weird to think.
Well, and also another thing is you're going out to a concert, so you're dealing with people, so you're more likely to be extroverted and potentially be a nicer guy. Because I'd say usually extroverts are nicer than introverts.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
You're right.
Yeah, because introverts just want, they're like fuck off, like they want to be left alone.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're going to like a concert, it's not like you're doing it for clout, because typically people that listen to heavy metal were not like always the most, I guess nowadays are not like the popular kids that are like social climbing, and they're just into whatever's new. Like now that stuff's not as hot or the thing, like you won't gain anything from it, so you listen to it because you like it,
Yeah.
not to gain anything.
Yeah.
And,
So you have like the most genuine people.
There's this one girl, or you know Miss Snyder.
Yeah.
Yeah, like her and her entire family. It's nice.
Okay, go.
For some reason, the one band that they love is the Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my
Like,
dad loves Dave Matthews.
Yeah, and I completely respect that because it's not a popular band, but it's something they genuinely like and they genuinely love going to concerts for.
Yeah.
And like I respect that a lot more than a girl taking a bunch of like Snapchat videos of Harry Styles.
Or like them listening to hard rap, like lip syncing the N word, thinking they're gangster or something.
Yeah. Like, for me personally, it is old school rap. Like that's what I love, and that's what other people don't like.
Well, I would say like when rap became mainstream, like before it was like a counterculture thing, but now it's a full-on culture. Like it's exploring other aspects. Like before it's like police brutality and the system is built up against it. Now some rappers are like trying to satisfy their egos, or I guess in a third of the songs they're like talking about like drugs and like getting hoes, and then maybe like respect and stuff and like climbing up, but it's not some more about like pressing issues.
Yeah, like back with Nas and all that, they're actually talking about like, what's it called? Like the
Police brutality or like
like police brutality and just
integrated
like,
racism.
the really bad stuff going on in certain cities. And the one song that I just listened to is called "I Don't Want to Be a Player." Like that's literally talking about I don't want to fit into.
And
the
then you
stereotype.
contrast it with, I guess 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
And like 6ix9ine, I would say as a person, he's like the worst. Like he just talks about like shooting people randomly.
Yeah.
And like when people like, I guess when the more conservative people bring up like, oh, rap music is thugs, like they think of 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying if you listen to 6ix9ine you're a thug, but I would say 6ix9ine as a person, he doesn't really care
Not the best.
about the social aspect, and he is involved in multiple gangs, and like I'm pretty sure he as a person has been involved with different atrocities, and I guess people
Atrocities.
like him and like people that are shooting the same message are fanning the flames of like inner city violence per se, compared to like I guess the one you were listening to.
Yeah. The only old school rappers that I think, like, if you listen to, people will, like, rap along with you from people nowadays is Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much it. Like, you know what I mean? But I like, people like DMX, who made but he makes
Yeah.
some other good songs.
Like X Gonna Give It to You.
Yeah, that one's good, but my favorite is, it's called Intro. It's just the intro to his album. It's dark and here and hell is hot, whatever. It's the intro song. It's like 4 minutes long, but the intro is like kind of long. It's like really like intense. And then he just busts out rapping and it's so good. Just intro DMX. I'd say check it out, anybody. It's
All right.
really good.
All right.
All right, so yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. Yeah.
Ooh. There we go. We just made it painful enough.